Volume lesson, take 12. Here we are, okay? There's a saying, and I don't know who said it or where it came from, but I use it all the time. It goes, things turn out best for those who make the best of the way things turn out. So this is where we are. I'm home, you're home. We're trying to do our math lessons, and we're stuck doing it this way. So let's give it a shot, okay? Who can tell me today's target skill? Yes. I can find the volume of three-dimensional objects? Correct. Okay? So what's a three-dimensional object? And what's volume? Who knows volume? Where have you heard the word volume before? Yes. Right, but that's like volume of music. Like your parents are like, turn that volume down, I can't concentrate. Yes, that's volume. But in math, we mean a different thing by volume. Okay? So let's talk about three dimensions. Okay, I'm going to show you the difference between one dimension, two dimensions, and three dimensions. How's that? One dimension, 1D, if we're measuring one-dimensional objects, we just measured the straight line. How far is it from here to there in a straight line? This, let's call that 1 unit. Okay, the measurement of that is 1 unit. Two dimensions means now we have not only this dimension, but this one, length and width. Okay, this is 1 unit across and 1 unit down. So the measurement of this, 1 by 1, is 1 unit squared. Okay, you might measure the tiles in a floor and say how many squares make it up, and that's the area of the floor in 2 dimensions, square units. 3 dimensions, 3D, means it's coming out at you, right? So a 3-dimensional object looks like this. And it has that added dimension of depth, going back. 1 dimension height, 1 dimension width, 1 dimension depth. Okay, so the measurement of this cube is 1 unit cubed, 1 cubic unit. So if we're trying to find the measurement of a 3-dimensional object, we're saying how many cubes make up that object. All right, so let's start by looking at the cousin of volume, which is area. Okay, and this should be very familiar to you. So let's do area of this rectangle. Who can tell me the area of this rectangle? Yes. 6? How'd you get 6? Oh, by counting? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 squares here, so the measurement of this rectangle is 6 units squared. You might remember from 3rd grade doing arrays and saying if the measurement of this side is 2, and this side is 3, that we do 2 times 3 equals 6. Again, units squared. That's why your teacher kept saying, make sure you put units squared for the area. For volume, we'll add that extra dimension. We'll add the depth. So we'll go like this. Aha, not bad for an old man, huh? So, what's the volume? How many cubes are there? And this is tough because we can't even see them all, right? There's some cubes behind this guy, So we got to figure out how many cubes make up this object. Now the tempting thing, and some kids do this, so I'm going to walk you through this, is to just count all the squares you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I get the answer of 16 units. Not so much, okay? When you're counting the squares, some of the cubes you're counting twice. For instance, this one on the corner here. This is 1 cube, but you just counted this face, and that face. So you counted that 3 times. Okay, so we can't just count all the squares we see. We got to try to count the cubes we see. Now there's an algorithm for this I'm not going to teach you today. Okay, today we're just going to think volume means how many cubes make up the object. Okay, I downloaded a worksheet for you. It's actually from your Eureka Math book, but I've downloaded it so you can write on it and use it through Seesaw. And I want you to count the cubes and tell me how many cubes make up each object. In other words, what is the volume? Also, I looked through my house. I was trying to find a cube, and it was really hard, okay? I found this guy. That's a square, but that's not quite a square, okay? He's kind of a cube that, he got squished a little bit. So that's not a cube. I did find one cube. Old faithful, the dice. I missed my dice at school. So that is a cube because every side is a square. So I challenge you, see if you can find a perfect cube in your house. If you can, I'll give you an extra dojo for that. Okay? Do the worksheet, get a dojo, find a cube, send me a picture of it, and I'll get you an extra dojo for that. All right? So give this a shot. Try this today. I've got some more challenging activities to come, but today is just to figure out what is volume, count the cubes, and figure... Mia, come here. Come. What are you barking at? What are you barking at, huh? We're safe. We're fine. Okay, so try this. I'll see you tomorrow, and hang in there.